Welcome back to the stream. Wait for everything to get set up. Wait for my creator dashboard to pop up. Nice. Okay. So last time we were working. Hello. Last time, uh, we were taking a look at our data and we realized it was awful. We were originally using the Open Foods database, and that kind of sucked. Didn't have, you know, proper information. Quantities were just hastily written in. No serving sizes were given, things like that. So then we found this USDA database. And so we're going to try our best to work with this. And we're going to try and get it in a form that we like, though we may end up sort of mashing together both the USDA and the Open Foods database kind of all together. I forgot to turn on my music. 1 second. Get that up and running. Um, okay, I think that should do it. All right, so I suppose we'll start messing around now and bringing all this together. Tad loud? How's that? Should be better. Looking at the levels. Okay. If it gets too loud again, let me know, obviously. Okay. So let's make a data collector. So we'll import pandas as PD, and then we'll read in the branded foods with PD. Read CSV, branded foods. And we'll just check that works by running head. What happened? No, it's branded food. Made that mistake last time. Okay. So if I recall, this was our barcode number. So I think we'll pretty much want to loop through every single one of these and get a unique version, because I think there are duplicates of these. I'm not 100% sure. We could probably test that by, if we do and then a length on it, we'll get every value, I think. We should put this in its own code file. Okay. So, and then if we just convert it to a set, yeah, so there are quite a number of duplicates. Let's print them both out so that we could see the actual number. Okay, wow. So that's quite a bit. I'm not sure if barcodes get recycled. And I also think we're presumably missing like a ton. Because there's no way that this is the correct number of barcodes like active for all the products in the world that we'll need. So we'll likely have to go back here. And you know what? We'll even just move this into here too. That way everything is nicely in here. Oh, that was actually wrong. And our collector should probably be outside of here. There we go. Now open back up the project. Okay. So let's quickly just down here check. And we'll run this just to import pandas. We will quickly check. Oh, what? Oh. USDA. 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 Okay. And just to make sure that we get the right values again, we'll just run this one more time. Great. Okay, now we can try the open food. And we'll get the head of this one because I don't remember the name of the columns. Open food cleaned, and this is just out here. Okay, running. And last time this took a while, so. It took a long time. But that's why we're running in a notebook, so that we can not wait, you know, the 45 seconds it takes to open this up every time. Any second now. Any second now. Apparently I was generous with 45 seconds. I really don't know why a 10 gig CSV has so much trouble. There we go. Okay. So, it was just the code. So then we'll do the same thing for here with this database, and we'll check out code. Yeah, so there's quite a bit more we have to work with in here. Although there still are some duplicates. Yeah, we got like 3 million on top of whatever this one was holding. So we're gonna have to do like a really strange combination of all this stuff. It's not gonna be nice. Okay. So let's work on let's do just the USDA stuff first. So I'm gonna break this up. Oop, not generate. Move this up here. And bring this all the way down, and that way we can kind of forget about open foods all the way up at the top. And we'll actually create our products list, which will be a list of dicks. And we'll want to iter through branded foods. Okay. And we'll do... What was the name of the branded foods head? Let's bring this back up. Luckily this only takes about 20 seconds to run. Much faster. There we go. So it was this thing. And we'll try this for 1. Okay. Then brand, we'll want brand owner, we'll want a name. The ironic thing is that this doesn't have one. There is no like product name, I think, in this database, which is, you know, pretty crazy in my opinion. Like I would have thought like, you know, there would have been something. Although there are these hidden columns we can't see. Maybe if we branded foods columns. Let me stop like re-ingesting it every time. There we go. Yeah, it has no like name here. Let's do let's briefly take the first 100 rows. I just want to see if that changes after a couple lines, or are we just kind of stuck like that? Looks that way. All right. So, forgot a comma here. So we don't actually have a way of getting the name of the food, so we'll just kind of leave that alone. We'll do serving size in grams, which should be the serving size value. Oh, nope, it changes. So sometimes it's in milliliters, sometimes it's in grams. So we'll do serving size and then serving size unit and serving size unit. Okay. Getting our oil seeds products. Is this like vegetable oil? What is this? Pure and 100% natural vegetable oil. Tasty. Does this even have like... Yeah, okay. Wow, very fatty. Who would have guessed that a gallon of vegetable oil would be pretty fatty? This is 32 pounds? No way this weighs 32 pounds. A gallon of oil? Yeah, that's absurd. It's not 4 times as heavy as water. Alright, well, you know. Honestly, looking at this, this site right here, they actually at least have the name of it. Can I download their data? I assume not, given they make their money by not letting me do that. Yeah, not helpful. All right, moving on. So, then we'll get what looks like the readable version of the serving size. So 1 tablespoon, 50 milliliters, serving size 15 unit milliliters. Great, okay. Anything else we care about in this table? I don't think so. Do we care about ingredients? It might be kind of nice to just like have them. Yeah, we'll keep it. We could just like list it at the bottom of the food. It just might be kind of cool to have. And now we gotta start opening this up and looking for everything. So I think food nutrient is where we actually get like what's in it. Is that? I have no way to check, but let's make a. Is there a way to insert a cell like above? Control Shift Enter. Great, perfect. So we'll do food nutrients, USDA food nutrient. I don't know why they don't pluralize. We'll get the head on this one. It's probably longer. Give it a couple seconds. How's my microphone volume, by the way? Just curious. Okay. All right, now we're gonna want all the nutrient info from food nutrients. Yeah, okay. And we'll print out the nutrient info. Sweet, okay. Now we just need to actually look up what the nutrient is, and then we'll get its name. So, we'll do nutrient. nutrient. Sorry. Let's get out the amount. I don't actually know the. I'm hoping the other CSV has the units here, but let's go and look at probably under nutrient. So we'll do another Control Shift. Oop. How do I thought it was Control Shift Enter. Control Alt Enter? How do I Control Shift Enter? It just didn't work before? Okay, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Do I just have to not be in the box? Okay, I just have to not actually be typing, which kind of defeats the purpose of it being a shortcut, but okay. Let's rename this to food nutrient info so we know that this is the one attached. This is the nutrient info attached to the food, and then we got to get the actual nutrient info, which, yep, just under nutrient. Okay. And I think this is only showing 5, so that works. What are these? What's down here? Oh, it's a continuation. It's just other columns. Oh, percent daily value. That might be nice to bring in. Do we care about that? Does anyone? I mean, the percent of daily value is based off of like, you know, the 2,000 calorie, you know, general requirement. But in the app, we're going to let them, you know, specify everything themselves, with the 2,000 being a default. So I don't actually think there's need to calculate this, given the standards might be different. Okay, we'll get the nutrient from nutrients with the ID, and then nutrient ID. And so then we'll get name from nutrient name. And there should only be one. Let's make sure we got that correctly. Just print out the name. Cholesterol, potassium, energy, iron, vitamin C, fatty acids, calcium. Great. And I think we were gonna, I think our Flutter objects look closer to this. And so then we do product, nutrition. Nope, we just get the name. Equals amount. Oh, and we need the units. Do we? I don't remember how we did it. How do we do it in Flutter? I think we just assumed it was the default unit. Um, and I think we always made it grams in the end. This is the problem with taking a break, going on vacation. Okay, it should be down here, and then I guess we converted it. So default unit, yeah, we just got the first one in the serving size units list here, which is mostly grams, occasionally dips into milligrams. Got a couple IUs and milliliters, so we'll just have to make sure that the default in the database over here matches up. But we can worry about that later. So theoretically, vegetable oil on hashable type series. There we go. Oh, no, I was right the first time. Okay, so what actually is this then? Can I like run it as debug? How do you do that in? I never used Jupyter Notebook. I find them mostly useless. But every once in a while, they're pretty cool. Um, I think the problem is that it thinks it's returning a list of nutrients. Key error. This should be a list, I would have thought. And then an iLock of 0. Now I think it works. Okay, so if amount equals 0, we don't need it. There's a way to like print JSON pretty, right? Python pretty print JSON. How do you do that? Sure. Okay, much easier. So calories, fatty acid, total saturated, total monosaturated, polyunsaturated. Okay. So we will just have to link these together. So we have saturated, mono, unsaturated, and then polyunsaturated. Um, um, put all this in here. We're gonna make a name lookup. Okay, so we'll just call this fat. And let's bring this up again and move it on the side of the screen. Can you see okay? Normally I have the font size like way increased. I don't know how it is today. I'm gonna leave it how it is for now just because I need to see, frankly. Small, but you can read it full screen. All right, good enough. So does this all add up? Total fat nicely? I think it does. No, it doesn't. So it would be 0.66. So what isn't 50? So it would be 83? Well, 86. 86.66, which is not what we have here. So why don't I thought those would have added up. Is that not how nutrition facts work? Thought the total fat would have been like the total fat. This just could have been that. It's just gonna regenerate it. But like that's a huge variance. You can't just tell me like oh, it includes cholesterol. Oh. But none of those showed up over here. Oh, cool, cheap viewers. Ban that guy. With the worst name. Makes it really hard to copy and paste. There we go. How am I going to reconcile this? I don't have the option to... Oh, now I see the options. Sorry. I only saw like follow, whisper, invite. I didn't see the things below it that were just icons. All right, how am I going to reconcile this? I have no idea. I guess I won't. Mono unsaturated, saturated. These are calories. Polyunsaturated. Okay. Now if I run this again, we now do a lookup on the name. Name equals name. Awesome. And now I think we could theoretically pull this into here with no real problem, ignoring the fact that we have no name. I don't really like that it doesn't have a name, but whatever. Okay. Is there any other information that we need? What the hell is all this? Measure unit? Is that important? I don't think so. I think we're given that here, right? Yeah, unit name. Microbe, lab method. Do we care about the category? I mean, not really. Does that even like exist up here? Is there a category? It would probably be down here. Category. Not seeing one. Okay. And we will not break and just see how well this like runs through, just if we get any errors. Getting lots of renames. So let's fix that up by going over to nutrient. We are going to, whoa, this is actually quite a lot. So way more than I've got going on. Wax esters? Niacin? Hydroxyproline? I don't even know what some of this stuff is. The hell is hydroxyproline? Amino acid, primarily found in collagen. Okay. Great, we have 3 different kinds of vitamin K we have to worry about. Total ascorbic acid reduced. Yeah, we're gonna run into some trouble here. Oh, we even get to pH. Specific gravity. These Oreos experience gravity differently than... oh, it's just the name for relative density. I kind of liked it better when I thought that Oreos, you know, experienced different gravity than to like Cheez-Its. Thought that was kind of cool. All right, let's ask ChatGPT to make a mapping of this. Grab this over here. Hey, you. Make a lookup map of nutrient names to the names I'm using in my dark code. Here is the nutrient names. Wait, in the CSV. Oh, no, don't. Maybe if I just put it back in, I won't care. Really weird that it wanted to do a reverse lookup to generate this map. I wouldn't have done it that way, but okay. We should probably make this into its own thing. Whoa, what happened? Stop. Okay. And we'll see how long this takes and if we get any errors. It took about 10 seconds to read. So see how many times slower it is to reorganize. I suppose while we're waiting for that to finish, we could do something similar down here with our open food fact database, since we're going to have to combine them. So these are USDA products, and we'll do basically the same damn thing, but these are open food products. And this is an open food. What did I name that? Open foods with an S. Now I'm the one not pluralizing. I don't recall the head here. I guess I don't want to run this again. Didn't I print out the columns up top? I thought I did. No. Let's just do this for here. This is taking a really long time. I want all of it. Thank you. So for them, it's code. I suppose I want these as integers always. And we're going to bring the column names down here just because I don't want to have to keep scrolling anymore. Creator, I think that's like Susan. Susan created it. Like they uploaded it. Print open foods head. Do that again. Yeah, right. So Kiloweb made these. And it cut off right where I needed to view it. Like literally the next one over would have been what I wanted. So let's just do the first one. And turn it into a dictionary. That way it can scroll apparently all the way that way. Okay, we'll pretty print it. Sure. Objective type int64 is not JSON seriable. Yeah, you see, the funny thing about that is it kind of is. You just treat it as an integer. Very cool. Is there a way I can tell it not to do that? Because I really wanted to. Okay, I guess I'm just doing key value printing. Print key value. Great. Oh, cool. We get to keep this over here. So much nicer. Okay, so what is this? Lemonade. Rose lemonade? Um, Not sure where we got milk from. Why is it redirecting me to milk? This site is not that good. No offense, openfoodfacts.org, but why I'm getting redirected to milk me? Hilarious. I don't know. Okay. So that's the product name. And we'll probably have to, let's do like the 1,000th one because this is kind of, huh? Okay, a lot of these don't have names. So why do they exist? Potato chips. That's it. That's all I get. This is potato chips. Potato crisps. Um, these Island Hawaiian potato chips. And you would never know that given the data. You would simply know that they're potato chips. Thank you, Wolfgang8741. Very helpful. Well, I guess you were the guy who last modified it. Really, it's Kiloweb who I should be mad at, because this is not helpful. Yeah, they can input it, of course, like manually, but I don't want them to have to. They should know that when they scan, a Lay's bag of potato chips, that it's Lay's when they go back to look for it. So, let's try another one. Biscottini. Let's try another one. Antioxidant juice, even less specific. Mandarin? I thought mandarin oranges didn't have any. Okay, they don't. Is that a real thing? Nope. All right. Doesn't have any name. Product name, Tsar Nicholas. What? It's tea. I have no idea. First off, it's Tsar Nicholas II. Which, is that the brand? Is this the brand? I think these both say Tsar Nicholas II, but this one's just in Cyrillic? I assume that's Cyrillic. Cyrillic? Yeah. Okay. Let's get that Oreo UPC again. Okay. Um, Here it is. Open Foods, where code Open Foods code equals this fucking number. Oreo. And I guess I need the first result. There we go. Sorry for the sniffle into the microphone. Um, Product name Oreo, brands Nabisco. Okay. Um, how about we do this? Let's make a lookup of. Wait. I renamed this improperly. These are USDA products. And. Right? Didn't I? Then USDA products, the pen product. Okay. So let's try and look this up before we start making one. Call this UPC. If UPC in USDA products lookup, well, USDA product. Okay, UPC if USDA product. USDA product name. Because that's the one thing we weren't able to get, right? And then we'll just continue. We'll even break because I want to know what the product was. USDA products is not defined. That's true. I never actually built it. Okay, so now we do actually have to wait for this to run for 1,000,000 years. I stopped it because it was annoying to wait for, but it seems I'm doing it. We're almost done today anyway. We got about 4 minutes left. This was going to be a short stream. Sorry I didn't tell you guys at the start. Oh, my music's gone. Sure takes a while. I'm curious if there's a way to do this faster. Probably not. This is taking longer than it took to import the open foods, I think, at this point. No? Yep. That was a minute and a half. We're still going. 2 minutes in. Is this slower because it's in a notebook? Let's ask ChatGPT, I guess. Oh. This is kind of cool. Okay. Let's give that a shot. See how much faster this takes. Oh. So that must mean it's a GTIN code? GTIN number? Global trade item number? Um, what do they look like? Okay, it's just a regular code. In that case, I'm just going to call them code. Um, I'm thinking I should just split them on the hyphens. Code, code, split on hyphens, and then we'll join. Then put it back to code. I think that should work. Maybe. I'll say it at least errored faster than the last one. Okay, we'll set it to a string first. Um, okay, at this point, I'm cool with just doing a, just that. This is a value error. I'm fine with that. We'll see how much we lost afterwards. Most of the UPCs should be fine. It's just every once in a while there isn't one. Okay, so that took 30 seconds. That's nice. Yeah, okay, so I suck at pandas apparently, and I should just listen to ChatGPT. Oh. Sorry, I didn't really want you to print that. Okay. Now we're gonna run everything again. Once we see how many we get, and if this actually produces anything, we'll call it quits. Wow, I'm so unbelievably disappointed in this open food facts database. Who, like, volunteered to do this if there was... if they had no real intention of, you know, finishing it? This guy just takes pictures of shit and just doesn't actually, like, fill out all the info? I mean, he did a lot of products, so I don't think this is real. There's no way he did, like... This must be a bot. And the hands are different. Yeah. Okay, we made it here. So it only takes 30 seconds, so we're almost done. Data analysis makes for really boring streams. I should have become like an AI dev. That way I could just sit there all day, wait for things like this to run. Okay. Wow, that's a lot. Um, cool. We were able to grab the name. Chamomile herbal tea. There's a lot of carbs in this tea. It's flowers. Oh, sorry. I was thinking calories. My bad. That's fine. Um, didn't I check about duplicates? Did I check duplicates? Um, replace long names with my map names. Yep, that's fine. I guess this would tell us if we're... I probably should have done it in its own thing, but given this is technically a set, it'll tell us how many duplicates there are eventually whenever this finishes. It might actually still be in this part, given we never got the printout. There we go. Yeah, okay, so a lot of these are... Whoa, that's a lot of duplicates. Why are there so many? Um, I want to create a map of all the foods, um, where the key is the product code and the value is a list of all foods with that code from USDA products. What does this do? Does it just create a list if it's not there? Is that what this does? If it That's actually really cool. I've never used that before. I've always done the really dumb thing of like, okay, if it is in there, then then we could do the append, but if it's not in there, first we have to set like a fucking list. Oh, that's so cool. That'll save me so much time later. Glad I found that. Cool. Only show me groups which have more than one food per code. Oh. So this guy serves like a ton of vegetable oil, all with the same code. And soybean oil, apparently. Whoa, okay. Alright, okay. Alright. You're breaking. You're breaking. Oh. Oh god. Please stop. Please stop. Please. My RAM. Oh. Oh my god, what is happening? Everything broke. Everything broke. Alrighty. So this died. That's cool. I suppose that's a good way to end today, where all of our shit pretty much explodes and we run out of RAM. Perfect way to end the stream. All right, next time we'll finish this up, figure out why there's so many duplicate codes, and if we could do anything about it, because I don't need like 40 different entries of vegetable oil, the same vegetable oil, presumably. And we'll figure out how to make open foods not like the worst thing in the world. Though at this point, it's looking like it's gonna be, and we'll pretty much only be using it to fill in product names, which is crazy that we even have to do, but whatever. All right, well, I'm gonna get some dinner. Have a good night.